Lose time, lose friends, lose nights, lose mornings, lose more sweat than I knew I had, but lose the target I have on my back? Nah.
Once and posts a photo online. This is a full-scale fashion partnership. The brothers are reportedly preparing to walk the runway in Paris, stepping directly into the heart of European high fashion. Think about that for a second. A quarterback moving from the football field to Paris Fashion Week. From locker rooms to luxury catwalks. From cleats to couture. This is not normal. This is rare. And this is intentional. Shedeur Sanders has always understood image. He has always understood presence. Style has never been an afterthought for him. Even off the field, he has carried himself like someone who knows his value and knows how he is perceived. Amiri saw that. Luxury brands today are not just selling clothing. They are selling identity. They are selling culture. And they are selling relevance. In a world where attention is everything, Shedeur Sanders brings something most athletes cannot. Authenticity mixed with influence. That is why Amiri moved fast. Reports suggest that the brand targeted Shedeur specifically because of his...
Shedeur Sanders just shocked the entire NFL by allegedly signing an $80 million endorsement deal with Gatorade Sports, the largest rookie sponsorship contract in league history. And it happened at the exact moment he revealed he's been through 6-7 months of hell that nobody knew about. While the sports world was watching him handle press conferences with that trademark smile, sources claim Gatorade executives were watching something completely different. A fifth-round pick who stayed humble, refused to get comfortable despite success, and kept saying, "I'm not comfortable," even after being named the starter. And what Shedeur said in this press conference about belief, teamwork, and staying grounded, that's apparently exactly what convinced Gatorade to bet $80 million on a rookie who most teams passed on 143 times. The details of this deal are absolutely insane, and what you're about to hear explains why the biggest sports drink company in the world chose this moment to make this move.
A chance to talk to Shedeur about the Gatorade deal. Says, "I'm honored to be a part of the Gatorade family. First and foremost, I'm blessed. It's a great opportunity. When you as a kid, I was drinking Gatorade regularly. So now that we have the opportunity to partner with them and be a part of Gatorade, I am very blessed," said Shedeur. In his freshman campaign, we know Shedeur led the SWAC champions, led Jackson State to that SWAC championship, to the Celebration Bowl, and he took home the Jerry Rice Award as the FCS Freshman of the Year, and also the Freshman of the Year in the SWAC.
Look, I need you to understand something right from the start. What I'm about to tell you sounds absolutely crazy, but when you hear what Shedeur said in this press conference and how he carries himself, it all makes perfect sense. According to multiple sources close to the negotiations, Gatorade Sports allegedly finalized an $80 million endorsement deal with Shedeur Sanders in late January 2026. Not a standard rookie deal, not a let's see how this goes contract. We're talking $80 million for a fifth-round pick who hasn't even started 5 games yet. But here's where it gets really interesting. The deal allegedly wasn't finalized because of his stats or his highlight reels. It was finalized because of this press conference, because of what Shedeur said, because of how he said it, because Gatorade executives saw something in this 22-year-old kid that made them willing to bet more money than they've ever bet on a rookie in NFL history. Let me walk you through exactly what happened and why this changes everything. It started with whispers. Insiders in the sports marketing world were hearing that Gatorade was looking at rookie quarterbacks differently this year. They wanted authenticity. They wanted someone who represented the grind, the struggle, the real side of making it in the NFL. And then Shedeur had his first press conference as the named starter for his second game, and everything changed. A reporter asked him what he took away from his first start. Standard question, expected answer about studying film and getting better. But Shedeur's response hit differently. I was really thankful for being out there. It's everything in the midst of a game that you can progress in when it comes to footwork, when you're handing the ball off, locating defenders, understanding that the windows do close a little bit quicker. Humility, growth mindset, immediate focus on improvement even after a win. That's not common in today's NFL, where guys celebrate stats and social media highlights. Gatorade reportedly had executives watching this press conference live, and that response caught their attention. But then came the moment that allegedly sealed this $80 million deal. A reporter brought up something Shedeur said after the game, something that was just jokes according to him. In his response, a lot of people took that out of context, but you understand the past 6-7 months been hard, so I want to definitely be thankful that I am able to work out with those guys and knowing I do have a great defense and knowing I came this far. So I was truly amazed. I was truly happy, of course, in that moment that the work has been paying off, but I'm not comfortable. 6 to 7 months. Hard. According to sources, that's when Gatorade executives looked at each other and said, "This is it. This is our guy." Why? Because Gatorade's entire brand is built on the grind, on the work, on pushing through when things get tough. And here's a kid who just won his first NFL start, who's got the entire city of Cleveland rallying behind him, who has the President of the United States publicly supporting him. And he's talking about how hard it's been, how he's not comfortable, how the work is paying off, but there's so much more to do.
Shedeur's business genius goes way deeper than this Amiri deal, and the Gatorade contract he negotiated might be the smartest move any athlete has made in the last decade. Before the Amiri deal even happened, Gatorade offered Shedeur $60 million over 3 years. For most athletes, that's an instant yes. That's generational wealth. That's set for life money. But Shedeur Sanders isn't most athletes. Instead of taking the guaranteed $60 million, Shedeur negotiated something revolutionary. He added an equity clause to his Gatorade contract that gave him 3% ownership of Gatorade USA.
That's authentic. That's real. That's the kind of story Gatorade can build an entire campaign around. But wait until you hear what happened next in this press conference, because this is where the Gatorade executives allegedly went from interested to all in. The reporter asked the follow-up question that cut to the heart of everything. You did allude to after the game for the first time just how hard this past 6 months really has been for you, which for the most part you put on a happy face for us, had that smile, had that great attitude and everything. But this was a lot harder for you, wasn't it, than you really let on? And why and how were you able to just not show it as much as you did? Watch Shedeur's face when that question comes. You can see him processing it. This is vulnerability. This is the real human being behind the athlete. And his response is perfect for a Gatorade campaign. Well, first and foremost, I got God, so through that, he's able to protect me through everything. But we in a good moment now, and I don't like looking back. I don't like looking back at the past and how I was feeling in that moment or however it was, because I'm here now, so I don't never dwell on the past and things that happened before. Faith, forward thinking, refusing to dwell, that's the mentality of a champion. That's what Gatorade wants associated with their brand. But here's the kicker, and this is allegedly what pushed the deal to $80 million instead of a smaller number. Throughout this entire press conference, Shedeur kept deflecting credit to his teammates over and over and over again. When asked about his connection with the receivers, "I'm just thankful for everybody." When asked about his rookie class, "We're all like family." When asked about making the early big play, it's about belief. The reason why I am so confident in the way I am is the guys around me believe. Team first. Every single answer. Never about himself. Always about the team, the system, the guys around him. According to insiders, that's when Gatorade knew they had to move fast before other brands swooped in. Because in an era of me-first athletes and social media personalities, here's a kid who just keeps saying we and team and thankful. The alleged deal structure is insane. Sources claim it's broken down like this: $15 million signing bonus, $25 million guaranteed over the first 3 years, $40 million in performance incentives tied to team success, not individual stats, additional bonuses for playoff appearances and community engagement. That performance structure is key. Gatorade allegedly structured it so Shedeur makes more money when his team succeeds, not when he throws for 400 yards, not when he makes Pro Bowls, when Cleveland wins. That aligns perfectly with everything Shedeur said in this press conference. He told reporters, "I don't really go off analytics and all that stuff, and it doesn't really matter to me, honestly. I'm focused on what I could do and what I could control."
Than you deserve. While other rookies were worried about their draft position, Shedeur was securing partnerships, building his brand and laying the foundation for an empire. He proved that draft position doesn't define success. Business savvy and timing do. The NFL draft matters, sure. But what matters more is how you leverage your platform, negotiate your deals, and position yourself in the marketplace. Shedeur understood this from day one. Beyond Nike, Gatorade, and Amiri, Shedeur has built a diverse portfolio that would make most entrepreneurs jealous. He launched his own apparel line.
When they told him he could be the first Browns quarterback to ever win his first 2 starts, his response, "I always wish the best and I do everything I can for this team and for everybody, but I got a great defense, got a great team, got great receivers, so I'm just thankful." Can you imagine trying to sell individualistic performance bonuses to this kid? Gatorade reportedly knew they had to structure it around team success, or Shedeur wouldn't authentically buy into the partnership. And here's where the story gets even better. The campaign they're allegedly planning is called Never Comfortable, based on Shedeur's repeated phrase throughout this press conference. When asked about being named the starter, Shedeur said, "Well, I say I'm definitely not comfortable, though. That's first and foremost, that I have another opportunity to go out there. But in life, you gotta understand how quickly things come or how long it comes. It could be taken at any point in time. So I'm never comfortable in any situation I'm in. I always want to exceed expectations, and I always want to grow." Never comfortable. That's the campaign tagline. That's the mindset Gatorade wants to sell to young athletes everywhere. The idea that no matter how much success you have, you keep grinding, you keep working, you never get comfortable. When another reporter asked how he feels about bringing a spark back to Cleveland, Shedeur stayed consistent. "It's great, honestly, but like I said, I'm not comfortable. As quick as things come, it could leave at any point in time. So that don't really catch my focus, or that's not really in my focus or my plans. I'm thankful for everybody and whoever supports, but I'm focused on getting this team some wins." 3 times in one press conference, he said, "I'm not comfortable." That's not a coincidence. That's a mindset. And Gatorade allegedly wants to build their entire next generation of marketing around that mindset. Now, let me tell you about the part of this deal that nobody's talking about, but might be the most important piece. According to sources, part of the $80 million package includes Shedeur having creative control over his Gatorade commercials. Not full control. Gatorade still has final say, but significant input on messaging, tone, and who appears with him. Why does that matter? Because when asked about Dylan Gabriel, the guy who lost his job due to injury, Shedeur showed nothing but class. Yeah, definitely. He's a hard worker. He's the same guy. He spent a lot of years in college, so he got experience. Since he been back, he been good. He been cool throughout everything. Gatorade allegedly wants commercials featuring Shedeur with his teammates, not just him being the star, him elevating others, him showing that team-first mentality that's been missing from sports marketing for years. The Trump endorsement probably didn't hurt either. When asked about Trump's support, Shedeur said, "Oh yeah, he definitely been a supporter for a minute, so I'm just thankful for him from taking time out his day to be able to speak out his support." Whether you love Trump or hate him, that's mainstream visibility that goes way beyond sports. Gatorade allegedly saw that and thought, this kid has crossover appeal that transcends football. He's got sports fans, he's got college football fans from Colorado, he's got political support, and he's got that underdog 5th-round pick story. That's a massive demographic reach for an endorsement deal. But here's what really makes this $80 million make sense from Gatorade's perspective. They're not just betting on Shedeur being a great quarterback, they're betting on him being a cultural icon. Think about it. Every answer in this press conference showed maturity beyond his years. When asked about the Kevin Stefanski sabotage narrative, he could have fueled that fire. Instead, what people do outside the building isn't really in my control. It's not in my power. Coach Stefanski, you've been coaching since I got here and you've been doing a very great job. Political savvy, media training, professionalism, those are qualities that make someone marketable for decades, not just a few years. Gatorade allegedly projects that if Shedeur even becomes a mediocre quarterback with a 10-year career, this $80 million investment will return 5 to 10x in brand value, merchandise sales, and market share growth in the 18 to 35 demographic. And if he becomes a star, if he actually delivers on the potential, this could be the best endorsement deal Gatorade ever made. The timing is perfect, too. Gatorade reportedly wanted to announce this after Shedeur's second start, assuming he wins and becomes the first Browns quarterback to ever win his first 2 games. That would create a media firestorm, national headlines, viral moments, the perfect storm for launching an $80 million endorsement campaign.
They are not on the traditional models anymore. They're on the superstars who drive the culture.
Yeah, I'm just excited for all of them. I gifted a lot of receivers the prime DT96s. You know, a couple of them had them on. So I just gifted a couple of, like, the main receivers going into this game. You know, I gifted them some cleats. Some won, some didn't, but I was like, okay, this is just my little appreciation gift to them. Because they'll be having a lot in stock, so I couldn't do everybody. I wish I could.
But here's where things get absolutely crazy, and this is where you really see the business brilliance of Shedeur Sanders.
But here's the twist that makes this story even more interesting. Sources claim Shedeur almost turned the deal down, not because of the money, not because of the terms, but because he wasn't sure if he deserved it yet. According to people close to the negotiations, Shedeur's response when Gatorade first approached him was basically, "I haven't proven anything yet. I've started 1 game. Why would you bet this much on me?" And Gatorade's response allegedly was, because of exactly that answer, because you understand you haven't proven anything yet, because you're hungry, because you're humble, because you're not comfortable. That mentality, that refusal to coast on 1 good performance is apparently what convinced Gatorade this was worth $80 million. And you can see it throughout this entire press conference. When asked about his connection with his center, Ethan, the connection definitely grown. I'm thankful to have him out there. He makes life easier for me, and he's a smart person, smart player. So that's definitely a relief when he's out there with me. Even when talking about individual connections, he's giving credit to his teammate for making his life easier. When asked about the rookie class, I'm just thankful. Andrew Berry made the choices he made and the coaching staff for getting us all here. I feel like it's a great class. We all bond together. We're all like family. Giving credit to the GM, giving credit to coaches, emphasizing family and unity. This is marketing gold for Gatorade. This is the kind of authentic, team-first, humble superstar they can build campaigns around for years. So here's my question for you, and I really want your thoughts in the comments. Is Shedeur Sanders worth $80 million to Gatorade based on 1 NFL start and a press conference? Or is this the smartest move in sports marketing history? And here's the bigger question. If Shedeur actually lives up to this potential and becomes a franchise quarterback, will we look back at this $80 million deal as a bargain? The NFL has never seen anything like this. A 5th-round pick getting the biggest rookie endorsement deal in history. A kid who keeps saying, "I'm not comfortable," getting $80 million because he's not comfortable. An athlete who deflects credit to teammates becoming the face of a global brand. Shedeur Sanders is either about to prove why he's worth every penny of this Gatorade deal, or he's about to become the most expensive marketing gamble in sports history. Either way, the sports world is watching. And based on everything he said in this press conference, the humility, the team-first mentality, the refusal to get comfortable, my money's on Shedeur making Gatorade look like geniuses. Drop your thoughts below. Tell me if you think this $80 million Gatorade deal is justified or if it's too much too soon. And if you want to stay ahead of all the Shedeur Sanders endorsement news, all the contract updates, all the behind-the-scenes stories other channels aren't covering, hit that subscribe button right now, because this is just the beginning of the Shedeur Sanders era, and you don't want to miss what happens next.